The following segment is sponsored by Eastern Title and Settlement and the Mortgage Link. If living free is your goal, you must select the right property with the help of an experienced multi-family real estate agent. So joining us today to tell us more on how we can even do that, we have Luke Fleck of Eastern Title and Settlement, Courtney Jenkins with Pearson Smith Realty, LLC, along with Carey Riel, who is here from the Mortgage Link. And today, Carey, you have products of the day for us.
We have products of the day, yeah. We're talking about purchasing multi-unit products, and for those that have not purchased a property before, specifically veterans, you know, you can finance 100% on a 4-unit property. Live in one property, the other 3 you can rent out to cover your mortgage. You can do the same thing if you're a non-veteran with an FHA loan with 3.5% down. Purchase the property, reside in one of the units, and rent the others out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you make it sound simple.
It can be simple with the right team. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but this is an opportunity we want people to know about because, you know, we're all concerned about money, concerned about income, and what better way to find yourself in a property where you're going to build, you know, equity through appreciation. You could potentially, you know, earn money through rental income and live for free, you know, plus you're paying down the equity when you're paying your mortgage.
Okay. I know we also have a QR code, right, for people if they are interested. Okay.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, so click on the QR code. If you're a homeowner, click on the QR code and you're going to see the value of your property pull up. It's an automated valuation. It's going to tell you what the value is. And then for those people that are interested in purchasing, that are buyers, do the same thing. And there's a portion in there for buyers that'll help you navigate through different properties and stuff of that nature. We'll reach out and educate you on how to utilize it. It's a great tool.
Yes. Okay. So everyone scan that QR code. We'll have it again for you a little bit. Courtney, how do we do this? Live for free where you're dwelling. How do you do that?
So a lot of people don't realize that getting a loan for a primary residence can be up to 4 units. So it's treated in the same capacity. Once you hit 5 units, that's when it's considered commercial multifamily, and the loan structure and the process changes. So for under 4 units, you can live in 1 unit, rent out the others. There's a lot of different ways that you can do that as well. So you could short-term rent something if you don't want that constant neighbor beside you. Airbnb, and then you can do the standard long-term rental as well, which is a 12-month lease.
Okay, so this isn't just you live in the top, you're renting out your basement. Could that be part of it?
It
or
could
no,
be.
It's different?
It could be, but we're talking more of like a traditionally designed property. It is meant to hold 4 units or 2 units or 3 units. Those are kind of those spaces that you're looking at. But then there's variations. What you're talking about is house hacking, where you're living in a portion of the home, but somebody else is occupying another space within the home.
Okay. Luke, you've seen this work out.
Yes.
In real life.
Yeah, I have a couple buddies from when we all got out of the Marine Corps. This is the exact strategy they used. They got a couple different loans, and they had a multifamily property. One had a duplex, and one had a triplex, and it was multifamily residential properties that they got into. And now this is 5 or 6 years later. I haven't talked to them in a while, but I'm sure they're doing great.
Because that's what we always talk. You want to own properties; they appreciate, right?
Yeah.
So that's how it's going to be different.
Like they were saying, they were living for free while building it.
Wow. Carey, when people call you about the mortgage, is this something they should say up front? This is what my interest is, or
if
they don't have to?
If they know about it, absolutely. But you know, during the conversations, I try to find out what they're looking for and if they're open to that. This isn't for everybody. I mean, you know, purchasing a property as your primary residence is a goal of, you know, many, many people. To purchase a property that you'll also become a landlord on and have to manage, sometimes that's not for certain people. It takes some forethought, some insight, and you know, the people that get into it, you know, they know what they want. They're aware of what they're getting into, and they see that, you know, down the road they can move out and it can be self-sustaining. You can have your mortgage paid for, you can be earning income from it. Like I said, you're gaining equity through the appreciation as well as through paying down your mortgage payments, and other people are doing it for you. So you know, it's you're building that generational wealth that we all speak of. It's a great way to do it, you know?
Right. Courtney, for people who aren't aware of even how to do this, there's lessons and tools out there that we can lean into, podcasts, that sort of thing. Where should people be going?
Yeah, so they could definitely reach out to me. I am versed in multifamily. Small multifamily is what we call that space. So I mean, I would say start with a realtor that knows the area, because not all realtors work in small multifamily, and there's some nuance to those that you want to be aware of. It's not anything atypical, but maybe a few extra things needed from the lending side.
Yeah.
Proof of rent, stuff like that.
Yeah. You want the
So-
team who knows what they're doing.
You do.
Because we don't typically.
Yeah.
Thank you for the advice today. I always love the sparks of, okay, this is what you could be doing with the real estate. We do have another look at the products of the day. And you can also scan that QR code. We're going to put it back up here on your screen in a second to find out the value of your home. Always, for more information, the number to call is 833-MTG-LINK, or you can visit themortgagelink.com. And be sure to follow the Real Estate Top Performers on YouTube to get more advice on buying and selling a home in today's market.